This is Arkansas PBS, coming to you live from the state Capitol Rotunda. This is where the Arkansas Century Farm program is just getting underway. Right now we've got the director of the program, Beth Moore, who is speaking. Also in just a few minutes we'll have Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, as well as Wes Ward, the Agriculture Secretary. Let's first listen now.
Then you'll go to the right alcove in alpha order by county. You'll get your picture taken. You'll get your Century Farm sign, and we'll just see you again soon. If you ever need us, we're here for you. But I have to tell you that the message I want to give you is that you're resilient. You're resilient. You've been resilient for over 100 years. Resiliency, and you make up Arkansas. And I thank you so very much.
So to tell you a little bit about this program, this is intended for families that have served, farmed on the same piece of land for over a century. This program has been ongoing since 2012 and has honored now more than 400 families, and 41 families are going to be inducted during today's service. Here inside the Rotunda, we've got hundreds of families, and with me right now is the director of the program, Beth Moore. Good morning for you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome.
Tell me first a little background about this program, how this began.
Well, the program actually started in 2012. Deputy Secretary Cynthia Edwards started it because the Agriculture Department wasn't formed until about then. So we're very new in far as Century Farms history. Other states have had it since the 1930s, but we're mighty in number. This year, after we introduce these 41, we'll have 645 farms.
I think what seems most fascinating to me is despite the advancement, the changes in farming, mechanization was obviously huge to the industry, to have families who still farm the same piece of land. What does it take for, who are these folks?
These folks are who make up Arkansas. As you see these families and you see them get their awards, they've been farming, as I said, for over 100 years. Some of them are getting close to the 200-year mark. It takes resilience, it takes dedication, and it takes love. If you've ever been a farmer, or you are a farmer, there's something about farming that gets in your blood, and you can't shake it, and there's something about Arkansas. She gets to you, and she gets to these families, and they come home. We've had families coming in from Florida, Chicago, Texas, all over, coming back to celebrate their history.
So we've got hundreds of farm families here in the Rotunda. What's the application process?
The application process is really very simple, and it starts in February of 2025 and will end in May of 2025. And the application is whoever you put down that owned the land, you've got to have supporting documentation, whether that be a deed, a will, an abstract. And we review to approve.
Mm-hmm. And for the 41 who are inducted today, what does that involve? What's actually, they'll receive an award?
What they receive is they actually get a letter of congratulations from Secretary Vilsack, Senator Bozeman and Senator Cotton. They also receive a certificate signed by Governor Sanders and Secretary Ward, and then they get to take home a big, huge Century Farm sign. It's like a speed sign. It's big that they can display, and they love to display them. I've had them send me, they'll brick them, they'll rock them, they'll frame them, so that's what they get.
I've been talking with some of the people here before the service, people in their 90s who are still actively farming.
Absolutely, we have several, and then we have one woman who she is 89 and still working in her Cox implement business. Yes, there's something about the longevity of the people who are owners of the land as well.
And is this pretty well representative of the entire state?
It really is. However, I'm glad you brought that up. There's one county out of all 75 counties that has never had an approved application. Lafayette or Lafayette County, I need you to send in an application this year. We can't have a goose egg anymore. I need all 75 counties represented.
Tell me a little culturally what it's like for families. You know, obviously agriculture has gone through mechanization. It's much more scientific. For families who are doing this, what's so important about this that it really, I guess, gets into their blood?
Well, once again, I can't stress enough that it's history. It's our Arkansas history. It's their history. They're not here today just for themselves. They're here for their ancestry. Just think we have one farm from 1850. I mean, that is mind-boggling. And the owner is 93. It's the love of it. There's, once again, you know, Arkansas, she gets to you, and the land and farming gets to you, and it's our culture.
Okay. Beth Moore, as program manager, anything else you'd like to add?
I'd just like to always thank you, Arkansas PBS, for coming and live streaming, and thank you to the families who apply. And if you haven't applied yet, you give me a call and we'll get you done.
All right, Beth Moore, thanks very much. Now we have Agriculture Secretary Wes Ward at the podium.
2024 Arkansas Century Farm Program induction ceremony. As each of you know, agriculture is the state's largest industry, and God has blessed us with an abundance of natural resources that has allowed our agricultural production in our state to be very diverse, to include livestock, poultry, aquaculture, specialty crops, forestry, you name it, Arkansas does it and does it really well. The Arkansas Century Farm Program began in 2012 as a way to recognize and honor the Arkansas farm families that for generations have dedicated their lives to serving others and providing the food, fiber, fuel, and shelter that every single one of us depend on every single day of our lives. Since the program began in 2012, the program has recognized 604 Arkansas farm families. Today it's our honor to recognize an additional 41 farm families, bringing the total to 645 Century Farm families across the entire state of Arkansas. To help recognize and honor your achievements to you and your families, we have a very special guest today, and I'm honored to introduce our governor, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Good morning. It is great to be back for another Century Farm Program induction ceremony, a very special event that we are grateful to get to be a part of. And thank you, Secretary Ward, for the introduction, but more importantly for all of the work that you do and what a great job you do leading the Department of Agriculture. Recently, I had a chance to go on a farm tour just a few weeks ago and visit some of our family farmers in the River Valley and in the Delta. We spent 2 days traveling all over the state and a great time. They even let me drive a couple of tractors, but it was always either in an open field or a parking lot. So I'm hoping soon they'll turn me loose with a little bit more fun. But one of the great and productive stops that we had was going to Flying Sea Ranch, which is a Century Farm in Faulkner County. The Lee family operate the farm, raise beef cattle, and sell to the local community. We had quite a fun afternoon, and Leanna, who owns the property, gave me a lot of good wisdom that day, some of which I will not share here in a mixed crowd, but something I think that comes from years working on the farm. When we got to the ranch, Leanna took me to the back of their farm store and showed me one of the young calves that she had been raising. The mom had abandoned this calf, and Leanna showed me, and she was bottle feeding, and then she turned it over to Wes, who took over and did a great job. Then she turns to me in a way that only somebody who has spent a lot of time out on the farm said, "Isn't he so cute? Too bad we're about to turn him into steak." But in all seriousness, our family farmers are the backbone of our state, and that's especially true for our Century Farm families. We often talk about farming in terms of economics, which is absolutely critical and very important considering it's one of Arkansas's largest industries. But the importance of farming goes much deeper than that. It's part of our heritage, it's part of our history, and it's part of our basic survival. As my dad likes to say, if a country can't feed itself, fuel itself, and fight for itself, then it cannot survive. That's why my administration has worked closely with Wes and our senior senator, John Bozeman, and all of our farmers to support our agriculture industry. I was proud to be the first governor in the country to kick communist China off of our farmland and out of our state, and we will continue to protect that. We were able to do that because of partnership with great members of our state legislature, many who are here today and are very, very supportive of our ag industry and all of our farmers. Thank you to our state legislators. With their partnership, we've been able to cut taxes not once, not twice, but 3 times to help farmers keep more of their hard-earned money. And we're making sure that government does what it's supposed to help our farmers, not try to regulate them out of existence. But I know that many farmers are still struggling, this year especially. So as we advocate for you in the State House and through our great congressional delegation and work to get a farm bill passed in Washington, today we want to spend this time to say thank you. Thank you for being up before dawn and home after dark. Thank you for fixing a tractor, feeding the cows, and planting a tree all before lunchtime. Thank you for keeping our country fed, our state growing, and our communities strong. We couldn't do what we do without what you do every single day. We are so thankful for the way that you serve and sacrifice to keep our state moving forward. Please join me in congratulating these families on their accomplishments, and make sure you take time to thank them for their 100 years of dedication to Arkansas farming. You all are the reason that we are here today, and we are so grateful for what you do. Thank you, and God bless.
Well, thank you, ma'am, for those comments, and thank you for joining us today. And I do want to just share from the role that I have with the Department of Agriculture and getting to interact with my counterparts throughout the country. I can assure you there is no governor in the United States of America that does more for the agriculture industry than what we've got here in the state of Arkansas through Governor Sanders. So thank you, ma'am, for all that you do for us and for our state, for our agriculture industry. At this point, as the governor mentioned, we want to take some time to recognize the individual families. So we're going to move to the stairwell here just to my right, and so we're going to move the families one by one through. We've got a sign for you. We're going to present you with the sign. We're going to take a picture with the governor. So we'll have some of our team that's going to help announce the families and help get everybody lined up. But once again, just want to say thank you to each one of you, to everyone who's here today, for an incredible achievement, and thank you for all that you do for the state of Arkansas.
Good morning. I'm going to announce the farm and read a brief description of your farm so we all can hear some wonderful things that have been taking place. And as we do so, as Secretary Ward said, if you can stand and start for the hallway. Our first farm is Seabree Farms Incorporated, doing business as Fish Lake Planting Company from Arkansas County, established in 1919. 4 generations have owned and farmed Seabree Farms. The family is honored to be one of the early farms of rice production in Arkansas County. There is currently a member of the 5th generation, Spencer Seabree Simpson, carrying on the legacy of farming and caring for his family farm. Tommy Welch Farm, Arkansas County, established in 1907. Emmett Eugene Sampson moved from Ames, Iowa, and purchased what is now known as the Tommy Welch Farm. A part of the Tommy Welch Farm was homesteaded between 1892 and 1894. The Vesta Court Mouse Sampson's house is still in use on the farm today. The Langham, Veerhout, Baxter County, established in 1912. 29.8 acres are being declared as the Arkansas Century Farm for the Langham, Veerhout, and Roth families. We feel proud and fortunate to be able to keep a portion of the original farm in our family for more than 112 years. We hope to continue to pass it on for many more generations. The Bennett Farms of Benton County was established in 1911. Kelvin, Jean, and Irma Bennett are third-generation farmers and lifelong Benton County residents. Their 3 children, 9 grandchildren, and 10 great-grandchildren have all helped or participate with activities on the farm. The Bennett family farm has 6 generations farming on this cherished piece of Arkansas land. Valley View Farm, Benton County, established in 1919. Timothy Crowley is the 4th generation to have lived and worked this land in Benton County. Everyone has worked closely with the Farm Service Agency and Natural Resources Conservation Service to protect the land for the future. Generations 5 and 6 are preparing to carry on this legacy. Gilbert Family Farm of Boone County was established in 1907. After relocating from North Carolina after the turn of the 20th century, the land was homesteaded, and a portion has been in the family for 6 generations. The land has been used for raising beef and dairy cattle and timber farming. The farm was also used to raise crops, including acres of tomatoes for the School of the Ozark Cannery. Zinc and lead mining was active for a 10-year period at the farm. Our hope is to buy back more of the original land and pass it down to future generations. The Golden Mack Family Farm of Clay County was established in 1859. As the 5th generation of Golden heirs, our intent is to continue to manage the farm using best practices and to pass the legacy to our children, the 6th generation. We have involved our heirs in farm management decisions as they will eventually assume the management of the Golden Mack Farm and will have a solid foundation for future decision-making. Heritage Woods Farm of Columbia County was established in 1889. 60 acres of timberland make up the Heritage Woods Farm in Columbia County. Timber has been farmed on this land for over 135 years. This farm family was part of the original members who voted to change the name of Colored Methodist Church to Christian Methodist, so other races would be allowed to join the church. Okay, we'll see if I can be a little louder. The William Henry Sr. and Eliza A. Jackson Timber Farm, Columbia County, established in 1919. 5 generations of family have owned land in this small community for more than 100 years. Land that started as crop and forest land to sustain the family physically and financially. We're grateful to our great-grandparents, William H. Jackson Sr. and Eliza A. Torrance Jackson, for forging the path of ownership and leaving a legacy to be honored and fostered today and in the future. It has been instilled in each generation the importance of caring for and keeping the land in the family, which hasn't always been an easy task. The next generation is honored to have this great legacy and are instilling the importance of caring for the land to the next generation. We press forward on the journey to settling the foundation to ensure our ancestors' vision is realized. The Arnold Abundant Acres Farm, Conway County, was established in 1892. 7 generations of the Arnold family have owned land in the Sagahatchee, Arkansas. We were the first settlers to purchase land on November 18, 1892. Our family is proud to have this legacy. We value the beauty of the land and have been awarded EQIP contractor by maintaining the highest of conservation practices. The Davis family farm of Bono, Craighead County, was established in 1915. 3 generations of the Davis family have owned this land in Craighead County, west of Bono, for 109 years. Our family is honored to have this legacy and are instilling the importance of caring for the land to the next generation. The farm follows all conservation practice and improvements with land leveling on the farm to make it more productive and cost efficient. The Price family farm of Craighead County was established in 1891. The Price family farm, established in 1891 by J.W. and Hattie Ann Price, has been a testament to the enduring spirit of Arkansas agriculture. For over 130 years, this farm has been passed down through generations, remaining a vital part of the community and a symbol of the state's rich agricultural heritage. The farm's legacy is a tribute to the hard work, determination, and vision of its founders, who have persevered through challenges and innovations to ensure the farm's continued success and growth. The Chapman family farm of Cross County was established in 1895. The house built by our parents in the early 1950s is still occupied by co-owner Dale S. Chapman. We are nothing extraordinary, just hard-working people striving to provide for their family, as do so many farmers. The Bryan Chapman Farms of Deshay County was established in 1915. Brian and Vicki Chapman have been the stewards of this farm since 1986. The farm was started by Glenn and Lula Haslip Jones back in 1915. The original dog trot house, built of cypress lumber and square nails, remains on those 40 acres. An addition was added to the house in 1917. The Willard Thayer Farm of Franklin County was established in 1919. Established in 1919 by F.A. and W.C. McDonald, the Willard Thayer Farm raises cattle and grows hay. The original home is no longer standing, and all that remains is a rock smokehouse. William McDonald is the present owner. M&M Timberlands Farm of Howard County was established in 1919. 3 generations of this family have owned this farm for the last 105 years near Center Point, Arkansas in Howard County. The next 2 generations are continuing this legacy by learning about the tree farming industry, wildlife, and water conservation, and the value of family's legacy. We're honored to have such a great legacy. The Crawford Farm of Independence County was established in 1920. The original home on these 44-plus acres remains and is utilized. This farm represents our family heritage and is to be passed down to the 6th generation, grandsons and granddaughters. This hill land was planted in crops with terraces still behind the house. Our family was composed of tough people making a life under Great Depression conditions. Nauman Farm of Independence County was established in 1924. The 6th generation has been born, 2-year-old Towns Davenport. This farm makes him a 6th generation for 2 different Arkansas century farms. Heritage is recognizing those who came before and a way for remembrance of all. May the tradition continue to the next generation. Killian Farms of Izard County was established in 1923. The Killian family farm began as a crop operation that virtually supported and sustained an entire family. In the many years since, it has supported a dairy and now beef cattle and quarter horse operation. The Killian family is proud to be able to maintain the land as family owned and operated and plan to do so for many years. The Fairview Farm of Jefferson County was established in 1918. The Fairview Farm has a great history in Jefferson County as a stable force since 1918. Rotational crops are still grown on this over 58-acre farm. J.C. Freeman's initial strong involvement in the Wabaseka community as an employer and leader to many helped create the foundation. Spitely Partnership, Jefferson and Lincoln counties, was established in 1914. Since 1914, 5 generations of Bitleys have farmed the rich sandy loam and clay of Huff's Island on the banks of the Arkansas River near Grady. The fields and timberland on this Black Angus farm are managed to provide habitat for wildlife, pollination, and migratory birds, as well as prime quality beef. The Bitley family is committed to continuing this legacy of conservation and land stewardship for generations to come. The Dean Edwards Farm of Johnson County was established in 1922. 3 generations have owned this farm in the Spring Hill community of Johnson County. The land was used in the early years for tree, peach orchards, cattle farming, cotton, and timber. Presently, the farm is used primarily for cattle farming, timber, and wildlife conservation. Cox and Stone Farms of Lawrence County was established in 1921. These 71 acres outside Walnut Ridge are filled with so many memories. Our grandparents had a big front porch and a billy goat we liked to tease, so he would chase us kids up on the porch trying to butt us. We have level land and put down 2 rice wells. Ramey Place Farm of Lee County was established in 1860. 5 generations lived on Ramey Place and is named such for the last names of our ancestors. The land is rich in history from the Civil War and is a gathering place for friends and neighbors. It is a daily reminder of a family that toiled hard and to continue the legacy of those who have gone before, the Ramey and Stiles families. Farms of Lincoln County was established in 1850. Education is very important to the Crow family. We took isolated land, cleared it, and cultivated crops. The farm has beautiful landscaping with large growth trees, a pond, and is now used for recreation. Spicer Farms of Logan County was established in 1917. Spicer Farms was established in 1917 and has been farmed for 4 generations, having produced cotton, hay, milk, honey, beef, and crops. The current owner, Marvin, began picking cotton with his family at 4 years old, as he was unwilling to be left behind while his family worked the fields. Today, at age 86, he continues to work the farm daily. With God's grace, many hardships have been overcome throughout the years, but the farm and family have persevered. Fitch Family Heritage Farm of Madison County was established in 1854. 7 generations have lived and farmed on the land in Hinesville, historically known as Vaughn Valley, some of the best farmland in our area. Our family is thankful this family farm legacy was highly valued and passed down from our ancestors. The next 2 generations are involved in our family farm operations and pumpkin business, and we look forward to continuing to pass down the land, family farm values, and good stewardship principles to future generations. The Jones family farm of Marion County was established in 1924. The Jones family has owned this farm for more than 100 years. Andrew and Angie Jones purchased the farm in 1924, providing for and raising 8 children. Jerry M. Jones bought the farm in 1962, and he, his wife, daughter, and granddaughter continue to farm the land today. The Lafayette Williams Farm of Mississippi County was established in 1891. We are the proud descendants of the Williams family. We were taught at an early age by our grandfather, John Williams, the importance of knowing one's roots and appreciation of the hard work our ancestors endured to have a better future. Because those values he instilled in us at an early age, we are here today knowing how proud he would be, especially of his oldest daughter, for having that same grit and fortitude to keep this land in our family for over 100 years. The Jeffus Farm of Ouachita County was established in 1911. 4 generations of Jeffuses have owned and farmed this land outside Camden, Arkansas, known as the Jeffus community. This part of the Jeffus farm is part of a larger cattle operation. The Jeffus family is proud to be part of Arkansas Century Farm program. Farms of Pike County was established in 1898. 4 generations of the Kirkham family have owned and farmed land in their small community of Delight, Arkansas for more than 100 years. The family is honored to have this great legacy and are instilling the importance of caring for the land to the next generations. The next generation is involved in the hard work of persevering and building the value of the legacy land. We are proud to call Delight our home because it is a delightful place to live. The Wright Farms of Poinsett County were established in 1889. 5 generations of family have owned and farmed this land for 135 years. It started as a home place with a small orchard and barn, raising animals and gardens for their own food, to now raising rice, corn, and beans. 5 generations have owned the farm, with generations 6 and 7 working the farm currently. There is a strong sense of pride knowing that we have been able to keep this farm in our family through the Depression and many hard times throughout the years. But with good management, good stewardship, and hard work, the land has treated us very well and supported our families. This small farm was the seed that was planted and started growing our existing farm today, which is a little over 1,300 acres. Muss Farm of Polk County was established in 1891. 50 acres of the Muss Farm outside Mena are being recognized as an Arkansas Century Farm. Livestock have been raised on the farm since 1891. 5 generations have farmed this land for 133 years, and we continue to grow the farm each year. Hammond's Brothers Incorporated Farm of Prairie County was established in 1920. 4 generations of Hammond's family have farmed this ground. Our great-grandfather, George Hammonds, came from Iowa in the late 1880s and purchased the farm in 1920. Hammonds have been farming the ground ever since. P.J.H. Farms of Prairie County was established in 1913. 5 generations of Johnson family members have lived on and worked this farm since 1913. Through years of hard work and dedication to the farming community, this family has been a staple in Prairie County agriculture. Conservation and land stewardship has been apparent in the fertility of the land, continually growing and yielding crops to feed the world.
Can you ask them to step over? No, them. Can y'all they're trying to video, sorry.
WSBZ Farms of Pulaski County was established in 1899. 4 generations of airship, caring, and enjoying is what we do. The finished produce makes it all worth the work. Hence, W for wellness, S for sustainability, B for bountiful, and Z for zone. WSBZ Farms. Richardson King Smith Family Farm of Searcy County was established in 1920. For more than 100 years, this farm has provided a wonderful place for 5 generations of our family to live and raise children. It is a beautiful place with great neighbors. God has truly blessed us. The Harrison Family Timber Farm of Union County was established in 1879. Our family is proud to have owned this land for 145 years and is also in possession of the original land deeds signed by President Lincoln and President Buchanan in the 1860s. Every tree stands as a testament to the stewardship of past generations. Although it is a business, we also view it as nature's bounty that we are entrusted to nurture and sustain for the benefit of future generations. The Susan McCoy Farm of Van Buren County was established in 1897. 3 generations of our family have owned this land for more than 100 years. President McKinley signed the original deed in 1897. It is now a tree farm and is enjoyed by our family. The Lane family of White County was established in 1912. 3 generations of Langs have owned this original 160 acres, with the 4th and 5th generations in place to carry on the legacy into the future. This farm has provided crops, produce, and livestock continuously since 1912, and we are proud to continue the tradition well into the foreseeable future. The May Farm of White County was established in 1923. 5 generations of this family have owned the property. This family has been involved in the Rosebud community for more than 150 years. The family is honored to have its great legacy and is devoted to its continuity. Congratulations again to all of our Century Farms.
And with that, we're wrapping up this ceremony, a very special honor for each of the 41 families being inducted this year into the Arkansas Century Farm Program. What has been going on over there is the families picking up a big sign that they can proudly display on their property, also picking up the documents, and then posing for photos with Secretary Westward, the Agriculture Secretary, and others. But very meaningful, moving event for a lot of these families. From the State Capitol Rotunda, I'm Michael Heblin, Arkansas PBS.